Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. Saturday night, number 75. Yes, we've got a great show tonight. We are going to talk drones. We'll talk about how everybody's 4th of July was. We'll talk about drone flying in. And then a little bit, I'm going to talk about this little guy. I was playing around with this today, having a lot of fun playing around with this. Figured out a workaround on the video. So sit back. Let's bring up some of our panelists here. First, we'll bring up Mr. Steve Carpenter.
Art, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, and we bring up our second or third, Mitch, old guy and a drone. Welcome to the show. And
You disappear?
yeah, you're in.
I don't. There I am. Okay, it just finally popped up. All right, how you doing, everybody? Good to see you.
Mitch, hello.
Steve, how are you, man? You're making the rounds. Kelly
I
Shore
know.
over here at Art, hobnobbing with all the stars.
That's right. You got to get up in the world somehow.
I suppose. Well, good to see you. You too, Art.
Yes. Everybody have a good 4th last week.
God, I don't. I was so long ago. I don't remember.
It was kind of a to be honest, very disappointing.
Oh, all the fireworks going off. How could that be disappointing?
What fireworks? Everything was canceled here. We normally have a barge out in the water, so it's not going to cause any fires. It was all canceled. One local city did have a fireworks display, but I want to say 95% of them all canceled. Well,
Same here, but that didn't stop everybody else from shooting off their fireworks. It was like a war zone here, with all the fireworks going off. However, Bandamere Speedway still went on with their fireworks, and it was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
I bet.
So I want to say hello to the folks in the chat. We've got Andrew Siffer-Fox, Dennis Lovelady, and Carl Meyer, and Steve Mack, Drone Shots, Jody. Welcome to the show, and of course, Steve Mack. I said that. And Agent K. Every time I see him, I always think of that song.
I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce his last name.
When you figure it out, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he could phonetically spell that out for us in the chat, so we.
There we go. Like
so
a
we know what
dictionary.
all that Cyrillic writing actually means.
Yeah, it's Cyrillic. It's B is V, and then I think the next letter is an E. I know a little bit of Cyrillic. My Cyrillic is pretty rusty, but and then we got Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger, and then El Schmeghead, and Mike Roach. Welcome, Mike.
Yeah, Mike's caught the rain, it says. Cool. And I have two, so I'm dual cell phoning it tonight and a headphone, so I can actually hear you. The lengths I go to just so I can actually smoke a cigar and enjoy your live stream, Art.
There you go.
Yeah, you were talking about the fireworks, Art. In fact, Ron Lockwood sent me a video, and it was a news clip from our Channel 5 KT TV here out of Los Angeles. and it showed all the fireworks going up all over Los Angeles. And they were talking about, how dare you? Well, what it was just, okay, Mayor, we're going to tell you what we're going to do. We're tired of doing what you're doing. Smack, smack, smack in the face. And they did it. There was fireworks all over the place on all the news channels with all the helicopters up there. They were showing a beautiful display, what we could see.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here. I was amazed. I'm going down the interstate on my way back from my friend's house to my house, and I'm like, well, what? I wasn't expecting hardly any fireworks, but once I got to the apartment complex, there were fireworks going off all over the place. I didn't get to bed till late because it was this constant boom, boom outside. And then on top of that, someone let a fire in one of the dumpsters nearby.
We had some rogue ones. In fact, when I was flying a sunset flight, I swung over because I could hear the fireworks going off, and then I could see looking to the side, and all of a sudden there it was. They were shooting off, which went over the ravine, caused a brush fire.
Oh boy.
So right as I was getting ready to come down, because I came down because of our sheriff's helicopter came in to survey what was going on. And then a little bit later, I could hear the siren start up, and I had just come down. I wish I could have been up long enough, because then you could have seen the truck going over there, but they were able to put it out really quick.
Okay. Yeah, I want to say hello to Shani, Mind's Journey, and Stingray Aerial Solutions.
And Michael Blade, I see.
ArtCo Drone and Tech Guy.
I see Michael Blade is here. Steve Mack is here. How you doing, guys?
Yeah. So Sean may be joining us live in studio tonight. He is taking his girlfriend to the airport as we speak, and so he's he may pop in, and that'll be interesting to see how that goes. So
yeah,
I think he just messaged me that he is safe to leave his drone in the car.
You live in that bad a neighborhood?
Yeah, I'd bring it in. Yeah, I would not leave a drone in my.
He could hide it in that 4x4 of his, if that's what he's driving, or if he's driving his car.
Okay, well, hidden. Hidden.
Yeah, he was taking Gina back to the airport for her to fly back to Houston.
Alrighty. And so today, I was playing around with this thing. This is the Parrot Sumo. And I'm still learning how to use this. And I don't know if you remember last time I pulled this out, I had an issue with the camera. You couldn't store the video. Well, I figured out a workaround on that. I used Mobizen, which is a digital recorder. And I just recorded what was on my cell phone with this. So I was able to get a video of me chasing the cat around with my little drone here. So I'm still learning how to use this. You know, if you want to turn this, and I didn't know about this, that if all you have to do is turn the phone like that, like a steering wheel.
Oh,
and that's how it turns. I'm like, well, I thought, you know, it's got a thing for right and left stick, and I thought the right stick was to turn it. Well, it turns it, but it's like a er, yeah, really abrupt turn, but you couldn't really do it while it was moving. But now I know how to play around with this and get the turn, and it's pretty cool. So then I got to figure out how to make the jumping part work, because
Mhm.
you get to jump about 2 or 3 feet off the ground. It's got a spring mechanism. If you can see it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that there. Yeah. So, yeah. So you can get this thing to go upstairs, and it's pretty neat. And the thing about it, this thing has been out for 6 years, and I got it
That
really
long?
on eBay, and so I'm having fun. I want to say hello to our friend from down under, Glenn, Thunderbird 6. And then we got Dean, Micro Ghost, or Miko Ghost. And then Tomas Ariels, and Indigo, Rhino, and Claude Drone Effects is here.
And Sean wrote up there too.
Jim at Above and Beyond Drones.
And Jim.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Sean,
he'll jump.
Sean says he's listening in the car. As I'm driving with Gina, as long as she's okay, not listening to music. Wish Gina a safe travels, Sean.
Yeah. Have a safe trip. And then we've got Mike, Night Train, all the way from Michigan.
Cool. Hi, Mike.
Cool. And then Michael Wright.
Michael Wright. Yeah. Hello, Michael.
Cool. So we got a pretty good group tonight.
25 watching. Please remember to smash that like button.
Yes, thank you very much. And Steve, thank you for showing my tip jar. If you like my show and you want to contribute, throw a few bucks in there. And yeah, a few bucks. I could buy some neat stuff like this little Parrot Sumo. Oh, and I went and got the Parrot Mambo too. So now I've got the swing, the Mambo, and the Sumo.
The Mambo, is that little X-looking thing?
It's that little drone. It's kind of their version of the Tello.
It's the one that takes off vertically, but you can.
No, that's the swing.
That's the swing. Okay.
Yeah, I still got to figure out how to fly that last time.
I tried to fly one of those at the gym there where I go and fly.
Yeah.
A guy had one of those things and he said, "Here, try it." And I figured it out. It's not hard to fly, but it does all kinds of different things. You know, you can fly it with the props up, or you can transition to forward flight with it. It's pretty neat. Really pretty neat.
Art, Agent K wrote back and said that the name that we can't pronounce on Agent K means video. So it's Agent K Video.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool.
But how do you pronounce it? I want to know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
If he could spell it out phonetically for us. So
okay, Agent K, there's your homework, Agent K.
If you just take his name, it's all in Cyrillic, and figure. I bet if you put that in, you'll find out. Oh, it spells out video. It's not a Russian word unless it is a Russian word. Cool. So, yeah, and a few days ago I did Velocidrone, which was really cool. Finally getting the hang of that, and definitely, it is a Russian word, okay. And Tomas said, Mambo, great little drone. Rick sent it to me. Oh, cool. Oh, hey, let's welcome to the show Mike Roach.
Hey, guys.
Michael, good evening.
Hey, there he is. Hi, Mike.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, we hear you fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Thanks for the invite.
Well, you're welcome.
Hey, Steve.
How
Nick.
are you, Mike?
I'm pretty good, you know.
Good.
Day's going well. It's pouring cats and dogs right now with thunder and lightning, but
Oh, yeah, with that tropical storm.
It might be that I'm well into upstate New York, so
Yeah,
on the shore in Jersey and
outside
you
edge
know,
of the storm there. Yeah.
so we'll get some rain and stuff. But other than that, it was gorgeous till just a half hour ago.
Oh, cool.
And,
Yeah.
till you went on the air, Art.
It's been hot here.
Yeah, it's been on here too. It was actually 94 the other day. Actually hotter than where you, Mitch, were on, I think, the given day.
Yeah. Yeah. We
and,
were in the low 90s.
Yeah.
Here where I am.
Yeah.
But great, but a lot of rain down here and yucky kind of gray overcast skies. It hasn't been gorgeous, that's for sure.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say hi to Jim from Above and Beyond. He said hello earlier. Thomas O'Sullivan, I think he changed his name to Thomas Ariel.
Yep.
And then also Dean Miko Ghost.
Yep.
So, and but yeah, it's been quite a hot summer on at least east of the Mississippi. I'll say I think for most of us.
Well, it's been hot over here. Phoenix, I think, got up to 120. And yesterday we were 100 degrees in Denver yesterday. We're a little cooler today. We're in the mid 90s today.
Oh, wow.
I think it's going to be 100 tomorrow. And then we're going to have a few more 90 degrees days. Then we're going to have a cool down where we're down in the upper 80s. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you got one hell of a weather forecaster there.
What'd you say, Mitch?
I said it sounds like he's got a really accurate weather forecaster there, if you know that far in advance.
Yeah, we're supposed to get
Yowie P. Say hi to Yowie P51. Came in the chat.
Yep.
And mentioned that I'm enjoying my cigar, and that's absolutely correct.
Yeah, it's supposed to be up to 81 degrees here. It's up to 80 right now, actually, and then 83 tomorrow. But we have a big benefit. We have a big benefit. Very low humidity.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the almost a single to low double digits here.
Mm-hmm.
So our thing is we get what's called ozone. So we get an ozone alert almost every day when we get really hot like this. Well, that's we get a nice front coming through that blows a lot of the stuff out.
Yeah. We get those too, the ozone warnings. You know, if you have breathing difficulties, etc.
Mm-hmm. And I just got this in the mail. My little O2 indicator. You just turn it on and stick your finger in there, and it does your
pulse, your O2.
Yep, your O2, and I'm at 86 right now.
And your respiration rate.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to put the mask on and see if there's any difference with the mask.
I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, you know, I had a bunch of people jump on me because I posted a thing. So how many people have died because with, respiratory issues because they were forced to wear masks? And oh boy, I mean, I was getting it from both sides,
Typically, Art, wearing a mask reduces your O2 intake into your body anywhere from 15% to 33%, depending on the mask.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And it increases the carbon dioxide back into your body by the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, that sounds healthy, but most of the people wear the masks down below their nose anyway, so it doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's like
Doesn't
you
that
go
crack
around
up?
like this.
I went to the dentist as soon as the first week dentists were allowed to open in New York State. I had a cleaning already scheduled, so I was fortunately did not have to reschedule, and I had to wear a mask, in, and you guys all probably have the same rules. And then they didn't do O2 sensor, but they did a forehead thermometer, and then they wore an N95 mask underneath another mask so that they could keep reusing the N95. So they were like getting a double whammy in terms of breathing. So
I'm up to 90 right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's an exciting show, Art.
Yeah. It's like we'll talk about everybody's ailments. And my lumbago just killing me.
Yeah, but what's your O2 reading?
Well, I'm 89 right now. My pulse rate.
89?
89, man. Call an ambulance.
Yeah, I'm going to dial 911.
Not 85. Yep.
It's not accurate. I don't see how they can get that accurate a reading through your finger for.
They're actually they're actually really accurate.
Really?
Yeah, I've had one here because my wife had a heart condition called supraventricular tachycardia, and what it is you be at normal heart rate, and all of a sudden 190 beats per minute from normal 70, 80, and just go. But when my mom, we got one for her, and I mean the O2 reads, we took it and compared it, being at the hospital, looking at the hospital instrumentation, it was identical to the hospital output that was being versus the tape or versus the clip-on one. Both of them.
Right.
Wow. Well, Art, if your O2 status,
so you're up to 90. You're up to 95 or 90 something on your O2.
There, 95 to 93
for your O2. That's better.
Yeah.
That's better, but it's still not good.
Right? Isn't it supposed to be like 96?
It's supposed to be close to 100, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of weather, Steve, I don't know the girl's name, but I think it might be in Los Angeles. Jumping around YouTube, watching some weather girl you guys have out there on whatever channel. It's such a babe. I mean, I'm talking about a ridiculously, and she dressed pretty much like pushing the limits. At least in terms of our standards, probably by LA standards, it was like, it was like, wow. And then she'd say little double entendre with like, it's going to be wet and all this stuff. And
over here,
there. And it's working, Mike, because everybody's watching.
Well, I watch her on YouTube.
Hey, we got Bob Casey. JDS.
Yeah, Bob Casey.
And then we got JDS. Eat More Possum is here. Michael Blade. Mike B. All right.
Drone Days is here. How you doing?
Eat More Possum. He had an episode with 250 beats a minute. All I can say is I hope you now have it under control, because they went in and did an ablation on my wife. And in 2.5 hours, they go through the vessels in your leg, go up in the inside, and then what they do is they purposely trip the heart to make it do it, and then they cauterize those cells. And she hasn't had an episode since.
Oh,
actual
good.
heart muscle cells or nerve cells, or
yeah, an ablation.
A friend of mine had that done.
It's just regular tissue cells, and it's right. Hers were right next to the valve. So, and it depends. The doctor said it was going to take 5 hours, and I went down to have lunch and figured I was going to go do a few things, and then I was gone there for just a little over 2 hours and came back up, and my phone was going off from the doctor saying everything went well. She'll be back in the room in no time. So if you get this message quick, go to recovery. If not, go to the room.
Yeah. That's cool.
Hey, Mel is here. Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Hello, Mel.
Shani,
Mel.
who was Mine's blog, she's got a new channel. Somebody ratted her and she lost her monetization. So she's starting from scratch, sounds like. It's called My Everything, My Journey. It's the name of her channel. I mean, that sucks when people do crap like that.
What was her supposed offense? You know?
She didn't say. She said some lame excuse.
Yeah.
You know.
But YouTube is definitely pushing a lot of changes at an accelerated rate right now with like the number of commercials. Now they're putting ads up about avoid the commercials, pay for YouTube Premium or whatever the heck it's called. And I'm not going to pay for YouTube.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not either.
Oh, I get annoyed when I get on a channel or somebody's channel, and right away there's an ad, and as soon as it goes skip, I go skip. Unless, you know, I know these people have to make money. You know, there are certain channels I let the ad run through because that's how they get their money. But a lot of these channels that are like 500K, I'm like going, screw that.
Skip.
Well, you know,
if they're skippable.
Less than 30 seconds.
Here's the deal. You can.
There's what?
This is terrible. Here's the deal, Art.
Yeah.
You know, when you're monetized, here's the deal. When you're monetized, it's up to you to decide what kind of ads are going to run on your channel, and you get like five choices. The first choice is skippable. You have a choice of at the front, at the back, or both. During mid-video ads, where the video stops, and those annoy the hell out of me. And you have the choice of making it skippable or not.
Right.
So what I do on my channel is I say just play one in the beginning and make it skippable for those people that don't want to watch it. And then after that, just leave them alone. But a lot of guys found that when they have hundreds of thousands of views, by putting an ad in the middle, that they can make an extra $100-200 on that one video just because of that extra ad. And they don't care. They don't care if it you know, intimidates or bothers the viewers, because they figure, well, I got so many viewers. If I lose a couple because of that, I don't care. But if you want to be monetized, you got to have to put this ad somewhere. So you'll see. You're almost there, Art. You'll see.
Yeah. Well, way back in the day when I started this back in like 09 or something like that, way back when, and I was actually monetized back then, and it's like what you said. You had your choice of where to put the ads, and that's what I did, and I did that, and then all of a sudden they changed everything, and I just said, phooey, I'm not going to mess with it. And I didn't mess with it for years and years. I would throw a few videos on now and then and just kind of forget about it. And it wasn't until the last 3 years that I got back into YouTube and started up my other channels and redid Art's Place to become more of a political channel. So
yeah. Well, you're lucky you haven't been taken down by YouTube for your political channel.
I don't think they're going after small guys.
No,
like
not
us.
small ones. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Relative, you know, the ones with 30 grand or so, those are targets, you know.
Well, you got guys like Steven Crowder,
Yeah.
Dan Bongino.
Right.
They demonetize every one of their videos. Right.
Well,
off the bat.
he's not even monetized though. Dan Bongino isn't.
He does. He tries. Of course, every once in a while, an ad will pop up at the beginning of his video.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
YouTube still puts money over there, you know.
Yeah, even on some of the other channels that aren't monetized yet, I'll see an ad on there. I'm like, well, these people aren't monetized and they're putting ads on there. They should be, you know, if they're going to run ads, they deserve some of that, you know, the few pennies of that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it burns.
XJet, that guy Bruce in New Zealand, he did a great video about the whole ad situation the other day.
Rant. It was a rant.
Yeah, he called it a rant. And,
yeah.
He can make a good argument.
Oh yeah.
Right.
He's got a great he's got two channels, you know. He's got XJet and he's got RC Model Reviews, which is a bigger channel than XJet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing this for a long time. Very smart guy too.
Yeah.
Cool. So, speaking of YouTube, last week I went fishing. Some friends of mine, they said, hey, they knew that I fish for carp, and they got a sailboat at Chatfield. And they said, come on down. I see great big carp down there. You'll catch one of those. And boy, he was not kidding. The first one I hooked into, and I'm like, oh, holy crap. And I'm reeling it, and snap, it broke the line. And so I put another hook on and weights and put some more. All I used was corn. That's it. Just flipped it out because you could fish from the boat in the slip, but you just cannot fish off the dock, which that makes sense. Otherwise, you'd be in everybody's way and it'd be a tangled mess. So I catch this great big mirrored carp, and my friend lands it, and I had my chest camera on, and he measured it, and well, his girlfriend was there, and she was in a bikini, and very nice looking young lady. And so they heard me do my intro, welcome to Art's Place Fishing, and I'm here at Chatfield with so-and-so and his significant other. And so following day, I edited the video and uploaded it, and I get a text, and he is not happy.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you're disrespecting my girlfriend. I don't like that. Okay, so I took it down and I re-edited it, and he still wasn't happy because I made it so all you could see were her feet. And he got mad because I used his name up front. I'm like going, So I just said, the heck with it, took it down. And, it might have been the title that I used, Bikini Chick Helps Land the Carp. So. It's like
clearly clickbait.
Never was not now it's not a PC word. And I'm like going, when did that happen?
That happened a long time ago. That happened a long time ago, Art.
Yeah. I mean, what could I use? Bikini Broad lands at carp. Oh boy, that's even worse.
No. Art hooked up. Art hooked up.
Oh, there we go. There. Yeah, that would have been really good.
And that'll leave them guessing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, if I
Art
do,
landed a good one.
Yeah.
I might do a new intro for it. Say, welcome to Art's Place. Went fishing at Chatfield, caught this big fish. Did a new intro, people I was with, not happy. Something like that. And then just show the video of the first break off and then the second fish that I landed. Just going to show the fish being netted and brought into the boat. That's it. Then we'll show the other break offs and then keep the ending saying, well, hey, talk about what happened. That's it. I don't mention their name and put that up.
Yep. Sean says he's on his way and should be 33 minutes.
Okay. Cool. All right, Sean, just give me a ring on the phone and I will, since my office is on the other side of the apartment, you might knock really loud.
I mean, the front, what are you talking about? The front door's right there behind you, Art.
Oh, yeah. Well, you
don't realize that's 100 feet away, Mitch.
Yeah.
Tell Sean not to trip over the piano stool on the way in.
Yeah. And I'm sort of deaf, too. And then we have Tim Jackson, welcome, and the View Chaser, welcome to the show. I'm waiting for the four-eyed canine to show up. Yeah. And Metro Drones, I'm waiting for. He'll probably pop in a bit.
Yeah, so, Steve, I watched your live July 4th thing. You went up. You could hear them more than see them.
Right.
Of course, and I was actually going to bed, so I had to say goodbye right in the middle of it. But that was pretty cool. I did one myself that's just 2 minutes long. That I, recorded and then added some audio, and there was fireworks all across the horizon, like constant flashes, and that's about a 6 mile span, I would say, that horizon shot, and the sound effects I put in were sound effects, but it almost sounded like that for real in the area, just not quite as much. No.
Yeah, it was mainly the sound because I've just got the Maverick Pro. So the only thing I can do is bump the ISO up to 3200 and then, have the get the shutter speed down as low as it can get without being blurry. So that's all I was able to do. Now, the Maverick Pro or something like that, obviously you can have full aperture control, or with the Phantom P4P, you can, adjust it so you can get that perfect triangle for a camera image. But later on, I'm actually going to post it up. I panned over with another shot and was able to capture some of the neighboring big fireworks display that was being shot off at the football stadium over there.
That's cool.
Cool.
Mitch, how are things in your area? I know you guys had a spike of the corona down there in Florida. We're at the low end now here in New York. How was your
that was being shot off at the football stadium over there?
Why did I just hear Steve's voice come in?
Yeah, no, audio just came back again.
Folks, I just.
That's cool.
I'm just the dummy. I'm just the dummy. Ask the ventriloquist over here.
Ask the producer. Anyway, Mike, to answer.
You two, how many folks are on? 28. 28 people, which is cool. So
to answer your question, I haven't noticed any different. Where I am here in Brevard County, they haven't really done anything stupid as far as a couple of small little communities have put this, mandatory mask indoors in public kind of thing, at your discretion. So yeah, is it really a mandate? Orlando, they're any place where the Democrats run the cities, they're getting overly stupid. So when you get down into South Florida, Miami, Dade County, Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, Orlando, Tampa, all the big cities, they're just loving it. They're enjoying themselves. They're trying to make it into a bigger deal than it really is. It hasn't affected me any.
I had a little scare myself where one of the girls that works for me, helping me at nighttime, went to a funeral and she's been very careful, but she went to a funeral and her sister, who sat near her, turned out was positive. She had just went to Tennessee and come back. But thankfully this girl is, she does all the social distancing. She wore a mask, and her test came back negative yesterday, and the funeral was like 2 weeks ago.
I think that most of us have been exposed to it already anyway, which probably wouldn't have been too bad a thing.
Right. My doctor, actually, I talked to him about it, and he was like, if you want to do a test, we'll do a test. Otherwise, pop a lot of vitamin C, and your nutrition is good. I'm paralyzed, but I don't have any other underlying conditions,
Right.
So he just, I wasn't panicked, other than I need to have people around me. I can't self-quarantine,
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Well, I know for my mom's funeral that we were lucky enough to be able to have one for her, excuse me, back in May. And it was strictly 10 people and immediate family, and that's all that was allowed to be there. And in fact, the tent area they had over, and they had chairs underneath, they had the chair space 6 feet apart. And it was just like, we walked up there, put all the chairs together, and we had all our masks off because we're around everybody all the time. So we're not worried about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
My nephew came up positive for antibodies, and he doesn't know when he had it.
Most young people don't even know they had it. I think I had it. I really do. Thinking back over the past few months, I felt like I had something coming on, but it never really hit me too hard. Lasted 3-4 days, and then it went away.
Well, I thought I had it too, and then I donated blood a few weeks ago, and I said, hey, by the way, could you test it for the antibodies? And they did, and it came back negative.
Wow.
And I have A positive, and it turns out people with A blood type are, for some reason, the COVID is really nasty with people with A.
Yeah, I'm A positive as well. And,
oh, gee, thanks. Made my day.
But I think if you're in reasonable health, you're probably okay. I keep thinking, I keep talking about how our old mothers used to do when one of the neighborhood kids got chicken pox. They rounded up all the other kids and threw them all in the same bedroom and let them stay there for a few days. So everybody got it and got over with it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, we had the chicken pox run through our house, and it was just from being around my brothers. But I got the mumps from the kid across the street.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I don't even remember it. Yeah.
Measles, mumps, chicken pox, all of it.
Yeah.
They don't stand a chance going to school with all these other kids. It's like, I'm surprised the school teachers don't wear masks all the time, because they're in like a petri dish every day.
Yeah.
Well, no, you got to remember, it's called an immune system. They build up an immune system, just like everybody wearing a mask is weaken your immune system.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of that George Carlin rant they went on about people, constantly cleaning and worrying about germs. Germs is what, builds up your immunity. And he's right. And I keep thinking about all these people that are going way overboard on, keeping clean. I mean, be sensible about it. Don't worry about it. But people, this whole thing has got people just scared. You know what, Liz?
People are very scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all politics. It's all,
it is.
Let's say 99% politics.
Mm-hmm. And then you remind people, well, 99.7% of the people, recover from this. It's only the elderly and the people with the compromised immune system.
Underlying conditions.
Yeah.
Flu.
I would love to see the actual breakdown of the demographics of people who've passed away. Of course, a lot of them haven't passed away from coronavirus, and they call it coronavirus.
Yeah, most of them are over 80.
You'll never see it. You'll never see it because
they won't let you see it.
There are 2 doctors here have filed a lawsuit against the hospital for them forcing them to put down that they passed away, expired from the virus, when it was other conditions that was the cause of their death.
Yep, and I have that.
Did you hear about the one case? I believe the guy was in Chicago. He tried to kill himself by shooting himself in the head. Didn't succeed immediately. Went to the hospital, was in ICU on life support. Turned out COVID was in his system. He passed away. Guess what they put?
COVID.
COVID.
Yep. Now the reason being is you get because hospitals all over are getting subsidized for any illness, for any hospitalization right now. So it's like a few $1,000s for the regular. And if you put down you have the virus, it's $20-some thousand was the cause for the death. So guess what? Dollars and cents. What's going to come out? Yeah. And you're being a lot of people are being counted twice. So if you were to sit there and say, like Art, they went and his doctor asked him, he gets tested. Okay, he gets tested. Let's say, God forbid, he comes back positive. Now, if he goes into the hospital, they're going to test him there. He's going to come up positive too. They're not going to count it as the same test. That's 2 separate tests. So you got double the amount of people that are being counted countlessly that get pre-tested. And then if they go into the hospital, they're getting counted again. People don't realize that.
Steve, they're also playing games with the hospitalization rates.
Oh, yeah.
Chris.
And what happened, hey, Chris, what happened was...
what's up, guys?
Hey, Chris. What happened was they stopped all elective hospitalizations for a couple of months.
Oh, yeah.
And that created a huge backlog of people who are now allowed to go in the hospital. So, of course, all these people that couldn't get their elective stuff and they're done are now going in the hospital. And, of course, the hospitals are going to have less available space now. It's filling up with people that couldn't go in 2 months ago. It's got nothing to do with COVID, the fact that the hospitalizations, but they're going to advertise the fact that hospitalizations are up, so we're in trouble. So don't vote for Trump. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It all boils down to that.
Yeah.
Anytime you add a government or a third payer model into the system, and you just put a code down and you get more money, you're going to just have corruption like crazy.
That's what it is. They're getting over, I forget what it is. It's like 8 times the amount of funds that if somebody dies during this, pandemic time in the hospital, that they're getting federally subsidized.
Johnny Manziel, show me the money.
Yep. and if you put down and that was one of the things my sister and we wanted to see what was the cause of death for my mother, because she was negative and we wanted to make sure nothing came up, and they said it was from cardiac event.
Rest,
Yeah, and then when you were done and you weren't looking, they crossed that out and wrote COVID in.
Nope. We've got the we've got the documents.
All right, let's go from COVID to drones. So, Chris, how was your 4th last week?
4th was fun. Had my grandkid and son and daughter-in-law up to the house, and they popped their fireworks, and we enjoyed it. Got to watch some from away, watch everybody else have a good time. It's always fun to have your good time, then watch everybody else have theirs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Lovelady had a spectacular 3-battery flight, and
Dennis had one. You had one. Mike Roach put out a nice video.
Yeah, Mike had one.
Yeah, Mike, it's good to see you, buddy. I hadn't seen you in a while too.
Yeah, I haven't been on any live things in a while, and I got a little burnt on YouTube as well.
You looking good, buddy.
Thank you. You too. Feeling good. Had a rough week though, with auto repair. I've got, and I've never gone nuclear on a auto guy before. I did this week.
How'd you feel when you got done with it?
I actually know I ruined his day, but I had to go to plan B because they're so used to that stuff.
Yeah.
But I dropped every word in the book out loud as can be. And then I had to email the owner of the dealership in order to they messed up they were doing a firmware update to my radio, and they turned it into a brick, and that made the battery go dead in my garage. And as soon as they gave me what do you want us to do about it? I exploded.
Been there, done that.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Art was playing with his remote control to run his battery down. He wanted to hear the alarm go off every 5 minutes.
So.
But no, Art, to your question, I had a good 4th, buddy. Appreciate you asking.
Good. Yeah, we were all talking about all the fireworks, how this year was more spectacular than any other years, because all the big shows were shut down. So everybody else, it's like, oh, now we know where all that stimulus money went.
Yeah, they went and made their own. You're right. They went spin it.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like, hey, $1,200. All right, couple hundred for firecrackers.
Yeah. Well, I know Dennis Lovelady, the shoot that he was recording, their neighbors paid for all the fireworks. If you get a chance, go and watch that live stream he did. I mean, they had a spectacular display. That was thousands of dollars. That was not cheap. I'm going to go down the
fireworks stand down at the gas station, did it, Steve?
No, it did not. We're talking mortars here.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what we did have is where I fly on Sunday mornings over at the lake. I said this last week on my live stream. They have the Cedar Creek Veterans Association. They have every year they have a fly-in. Old World War II aircraft and stuff like that, B-17s, the Doolittle stuff. And this year they had an F-35 fly-in.
Oh boy.
And she flew that thing for at least a half an hour. And I live about 10 miles from there. And every time she'd light that afterburner, it'd rattle the house here. I went outside and enjoyed every minute of it.
Oh, right.
Had a C5 Galaxy fly-in.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Lake. Oh, it's great.
It's funny. If C5, when you see them moving through the air, they look like they're hardly moving.
Exactly.
Because they're so huge,
It's huge. You hear that turbine whining in that. How's it flying?
Yep.
Those Rolls-Royce engines are powerful. I've had a lot of airtime on those things because that's what we would fly with when we do major lifts for bringing patients back for medical aerovac flights. It was either the C-141s or the C-5As. So if they knew they had cargo to bring back besides patients, that's when we'd go in back at that time, C-5A. Now it's C-5F or M or whatever letter it is now, because it's still used. Like when the president went to England, 2 C-5As carrying all the the vehicles and backup support over there.
Right.
Mhm.
Multiple limos and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and when I went fishing last week out at the lake, there was a formation of F-18s flew right over us.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Great
cool.
bird.
Wow.
I'm surprised
F-14's my
the fish
favorite, but
didn't just jump right out of the water.
Yep.
Yeah, the first.
Asking to drop one for you, Art. All the fish will come up.
And then with a boat full of fish, shell shock.
We heard some rumbling here at the house, and it was, during the day, and couldn't figure out what it was. And every time I'd go out, either they drop below the horizon here from where I'm at, and I can't see it over the ocean. And finally, I opened up the rear sliding door so I could hear the noise ahead of time. So I went running out. It was 4 P-51 Mustangs that had been circling around, flying around all over the harbor here.
One of my favorite birds.
Yeah.
I love the whistle.
Yeah.
Love it when they make the whistle.
They make
Mitch? Can
that radial. That radial output is like a sound that just cannot be duplicated.
Yeah. And even the body style is like a work of art on a P-51.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and Mitch gonna make a P-51 and we're gonna fly it. I seen one on Banggood the other day that actually had the sound attached. It was an electric plane, but it had a sound recorder of the P-51 and it had the whistle in it.
And a loudspeaker in it, huh?
Yeah, it had
terrific.
a speaker on the air intake, Mitch, on the bottom.
That's
air
neat.
Intake, that's where the speaker was at.
Oh my gosh.
Over the years, Chris, I've had, 4 or 5 different models of P-51s. The biggest one I had was about a 7-foot wingspan.
Wow.
And it had a 250 cc 4-cylinder gas engine in it.
Oh, nice.
It was a monster. Too big to carry around though. That's the problem.
Right.
Well,
Did
it come apart, Mitch?
Yeah, the wings came off.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And
even at
I
that,
had a big SUV at the time, so I could just put that fuselage all the way in, and had retractable landing gear. So you retracted the gear, and there's a little cradle stand to hold the fuselage.
Cool.
And
yeah.
we've had some of these gas powered models up to 9-10 foot wingspans. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you see what Dennis posted in there? Wow, that would have been unbelievable to see. A shame, but he was in the city right after on 9/11 when they scrambled all the military aircraft.
No.
Wow.
Adrian is here. Hey, Adrian, how you doing?
Hey,
Yo.
Art, I can't see the chat, so I want to say hello to everybody. I cannot. I'm on my iPad and my job cooking my supper, so I apologize,
Hey, Adrian.
everybody. But hello,
Hello, Adrian.
hey, little buddy.
He's saying hello. He's saying hello, ladies and gents.
Well, he's a wanker. He's a wanker.
He's a wanker.
I'm fine, Adrian. Thank you.
Good, Adrian.
Ari was giving the proper pronunciation last night. Doing good, Adrian. Thank you.
One of the YouTube channels that I follow, Mr. Carlson's Lab, he does a lot of electronic stuff, a lot of old radios and stuff. Well, he had purchased a radio from a B-29, and he wanted to see if it still worked. So
It does.
whoever had it, they used it for ham radio, and they took the dynamo off and put a transformer on so to power the radio. And it had some modifications on it. Fired it up, and it was missing one tube and one bulb, an indicator bulb to let you, where you could see the dial. So that's all he did. And he put power on it, and sure enough, he was picking up, low band frequency all the way up to AM radio and high band, the short wave.
Right.
And it worked.
Cool.
He didn't hear anything from the 40s, did he?
Yeah.
Art, Sean says he's 10 minutes out.
Okay, great.
Y'all
Well,
seen the movie? I know it's
out. Still listen.
I know it's far fetched, but the movie, The Final Countdown, with
Oh, that was great.
Oh yeah.
wasn't that something? They went back to December 6th, 1941.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
That was a cool movie. And it, in the back of my mind, all these years later, I still watch it if I get a chance to see it somewhere.
Yep.
Me too.
Yeah.
Great.
And they
I've
had
never
the
seen
Philadelphia experiment. Remember the Philadelphia experiment?
Oh yeah.
Was the same kind of deal. Only they came the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, that's a good one, man. If you want to watch some good fiction movie, that's a good one.
Yeah. That is an excellent movie. To think that the World War II, one aircraft carrier coming from today's times could go back and just take everything out.
Yeah.
And it was ironic is some of the known flub ups, they're not brought up very well because unless you know the history behind it, there was that yacht out there with the Senator on board. They were taken out beforehand. That was true.
That's
and
true.
not too many people know about that.
Oh wow.
You got to read up on the history a little bit, but some of the stuff is true. Of course, them going back in time was far fetched.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff they picked up was pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they flew the F-14 back in, and that's my favorite jet of all time.
Yeah.
I have 18 hours in one.
Oh wow.
Well,
Wow.
18 hours in an F-14 Tomcat.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was privileged enough that when I was in my flight instructor, when we went through our aviation training that we had to go through, we became good friends. And what he did is he joined the Air Force Reserves to come back because when Phoenix missile systems were starting to go on and other testing systems, they were putting them on. They were putting on both the Air Force and the Naval at the same time.
Right.
And so what he was is obviously being a naval aviator. He brought him in, and he was flying the F-14. So anytime I had to go to teach a class at different bases, I'd call him up and find out if he was heading anywhere. And I could catch a hop with him when he had to go places sometimes that he was flying for a test. But the most unbelievable birthday gift was meet me at El Toro Air Station, which was a Marine Corps air station way away from where we're at. He says, be there at 0300 hours. I have your birthday gift. So I get there. Well, he brought I had my flight suit on, but your helmet and your mask and everything has to come from the base. It doesn't leave anywhere. So he brings it all, come rolling up, get in there. I go, what are we doing? Just enjoy the flight. We took off and we're just taking off and we start flying. And all of a sudden we start coming up and I'm watching, we're flying kind of like at a northeast track. And the sun starts to come up over the horizon. Well, now you're starting to see, what's going on. We make the bank and the turn, and he brings the wings, starts sweeping forward. He makes this real slow turn arch, drops it in like this, and we're at the top of Lake Powell.
Oh boy.
He brings that thing in, and we drop into the Grand Canyon, and we flew all the way to Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Watching the sunrise. And he goes, well, I can guarantee you one thing. This is the most expensive birthday gift you'll ever receive. and it never happened.
And you would have a GoPro.
Happened.
And you didn't even have a GoPro, did you?
No, but I had my camera though. I have some pictures.
Well, show them to us sometime.
Yeah,
it's on slide film.
Well,
You're lucky Idaho quadcopter wasn't flying his drone out there.
Yeah, really.
Well,
it was. I was just in total awe because he loved to gamble. So when we'd have to go out to Las Vegas, and to go to the airfield out there to go to McLaren. And it was so funny. We'd sit there and we'd catch a hop. Next thing we were downtown at the casinos gambling.
Well, I don't know if you guys know this. There's a B-29 that's at the bottom of Lake Powell.
I think I've read that somewhere, Art.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't there like 2 flying ones left?
Yeah.
That actually can fly, B-29s.
Fifi, and then there's another one.
Yeah, Fifi.
Yeah.
What's Fifi and another one? What's the other one, Art?
Yeah, but I know there was a B-17 that caught fire back east that it got totally restored, and something happened. There was a fire, and it just took the whole plane out.
That was last year, wasn't it? Year
Yeah,
two.
it was.
Yeah.
Y'all remember on PBS the Kiwi, the B-29 that landed short up somewhere where it was really cold, and they tried to bring that thing back, and they actually put 4 new engines on it, got it running, and the APU fell off its mount in the back of the plane and caught it on fire and burned it up out in the middle of
Uh-oh.
Oh.
it.
Well,
That was pretty neat.
That's like when you they had the episode, which was on the 4th of July thing, and they were giving dedications to all aviation, over DC, and one of the most amazing jets. I mean, I was able to fly in 2 of them, the C-5As, and then also the F-14s, but watching the B-52s, because the B-52s were coming in and out of our base all the time, and those things are the most lumbering thing you've ever seen. It's just like, is it going to make it? Is it going to make it? Is it going to get off the ground?
Yeah.
And then those JATO rocket assists on it, and it's just like, whoop.
Wow.
It looks like when the B-52 takes off, it takes off. It doesn't take off pitched up. It takes off level.
Yeah.
It
actually, it's like going along, and then the JATO rockets make it do this,
It's
not
crazy.
this.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the wing flex from top to bottom is 21 feet
Yep, that's
in
right.
air.
Mhm.
Well, it's like 8 engines, isn't it? On a B-52?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
It always makes me think of Dr. Strangelove's B-52, the movie.
Yeah.
It's the red wine, Tim.
Well, Grant,
Thank you for the compliment.
Doc is the other one. Thank you, Grant.
and Fly High Ireland, welcome to the show.
Gareth, hello. Gareth.
And Grant, Mr.
Gareth,
Sleeper
yes.
from down under, where it's winter time down there.
Yeah.
Yep. I have a friend, she lives in Tasmania, which is further south, and they're getting snow down there.
Well, I'm ready for winter to show back up. I promise you. I'm out here. It's 100, I think, 101, and it's hot. It is dicking.
That's not good. No fun.
I had to cook a ribeye. I'll show you in a second what the finished product looks like. 'Cause I'm fixing.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm gonna share it. I only got one. That's all the main.
Finished product after it's cooked, or finished product after it's eaten?
Oh no, I won't show you that. That wouldn't be fair to everybody
Okay,
else. I'll show you
Sean's looking around. Okay, it's not real hard to find that there's big numbers on each building. 55, 57 is the number
You gonna let Sean play the piano tonight, Art?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna play the piano.
Yep.
Hey, that's a pretty popular backdrop. I've seen 3 or 4 live streams with that same setup.
Yeah.
Hey, Art, go to your front door and give it, see if you can't find them wandering around out there.
All right. Hold on, guys. I'll be
That's
back.
right. We won't ruin your show while you're gone.
Oh,
Don't worry.
yeah, right. Okay.
Okay, he's gone, guys. What do you want to talk about?
If he gets banned from YouTube tomorrow, I guess it's our fault.
He'll know why. Yes, Mal, he is. Sean's going to be coming on the show.
Cool. And some fools are shooting off fireworks. I can hear them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
At your
They're
place?
still shooting off fireworks.
Oh yeah.
Kids ain't got nothing to do, man.
I guess.
That's one of the big problems we have right now. Way too much time on people's hands.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know what the right thing to do is, but we got to get busy again.
Yeah, the kids here go back to school the first week of August.
They're fighting like hell to stop that from happening, aren't they?
My two daughter-in-laws are teachers, and they go back in 2 weeks back to work. They haven't worked since March. I mean, they work, but not at school.
They're talking about not opening up here. In fact, Harvard and a couple other colleges saying it's going to be 100% online for all the college students. So now there's going to be a class action lawsuit, which I'm going, yes. Sitting there going, we want a refund back than the full tuition because you're not letting us come to the campus,
right.
And your overhead and costs are not the same. They're going to be reduced some.
Are they going to give back all the money Are they going to give back all the money they get from the government too?
Oh, sure.
Of course. Yeah. Here, take this money back.
Yeah. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching Fox News. I think Tucker Carlson the other day, who's been doing a great job lately, and going on about the Harvard situation, I believe.
Wearing my mask around you?
Well, he this last quarter he took the #1 position away from Hannity, and he beat CNN and MSNBC combined in their viewership.
I'm not surprised.
He's better than Hannity. He's a lot.
Look
he's a
who's
lot
here.
Those guys are making a lot of noise, aren't they? For God's sakes!
What's up?
Don't you guys know we're broadcasting here?
Hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Sean. Oh, he can't hear.
We'll share.
Okay, that'll work.
Just look for the building with numbers on it.
Scrape the earwax off Art's side there, Sean.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
There's that.
We're close.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Sean.
What are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. It's been a long day.
It's over.
Yeah. Gina off?
Yeah, we got her to the airport. She said the airport was really uncrowded. Went right through security like that.
Yeah,
that's
really
good.
Good for her.
So she was trying to talk me into actually going in and waiting with her, and I was like, I gotta go be on Art's show. I can't stay in there. I don't want to go in the airport.
Man.
Hopefully she's
They won't even let you in unless you got a ticket.
Yeah.
Well, you can. That might be true. They used to let you get like a visitor pass to go in with them. I think they probably still do if it's a kid that you're with.
For a child, yeah.
But you probably make a good point. I'll bring that up later because that'll keep me from being like in trouble.
Well, that'll be perfect. You were the child that she was taking in.
Right. That's pretty much. So, Art, do we have somewhere around here we go fly after this?
Yeah, we
got
can go
time?
out to Lake Harbor and fly around there. That's pretty close to here, and so that's pretty.
Little Art show here.
So here we go.
All right, guys. So we are just dropped Gina off, made my way over to Art's. As you can see, it's green behind me. It doesn't look like that. We got a group of people here in the chat and live on the show, and this is how we're going to end up. Art and I are going to go fly as soon as I'm done. What he's done is we're going to go. He's going to show me his local stomping grounds. We're going to get a little flight in.
Yep.
All right.
That's right.
So let's get back to the show, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Oh, this is what
we're going to be in a Sean Oz video.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this is my Parrot Sumo.
Let me see this thing.
Yeah.
What we got going on? It's lights.
Yeah, it is.
This is
And
incredible. Is it or just a ground car? It doesn't fly,
you
right?
can adjust these to be narrow. Like that.
So these don't turn up and all of a sudden fly, right?
No.
That'd
No,
be
that would be cool. That would
that's-
What is that, Art? I don't even know what it is.
You got a camera here, the thing about it is there's no way to store the video.
Oh, that sucks. There's no SD card or anything like that.
Well, you have to plug it in.
Gotcha. Internal, a little small amount of internal.
I've tried that with this guy. Show it to folks out there. So, it's green. You can't see it. There we go. Anyway, you plug it in there. But I tried that, but I guess it's the thing is not long enough for it to see the card.
Yeah.
But my workaround for it is MobiZen, the digital recorder.
Okay.
Because you're using your phone.
Oh, so you're recording your phone screen to get This little piece of device you have here, this Tascam is really nice.
Yeah.
You guys seen this? Has he ever shown anyone this before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice little device right here.
Yep.
I've been since March. I've been trying for myself to get a hold of the Blackmagic Mini. If you guys are familiar with those, I might have to look into something different. This looks really nice.
Yeah, it is.
I have an old Tascam set up myself from my band days that can have like 6 or 8 inputs in it at once. And I think I'm just going to set up my old band stuff and start using that for audio.
And I do have my old mixer. I think the power supply is still underneath there, but neat thing about this is you can do that. Or you get.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So one thing you guys can't tell, because it looks so rude, but you still can't really tell. I was hoping the fabric would show. Right here, I'm touching it. It's literally like right here.
We're going to see if you play the piano, Sean.
Let's see.
Yeah, we were waiting for you to come in the front door there.
There you go. There you go. Hey,
play those ivories.
Dinner, buddy.
There we go.
Chris, your volume seems a little low. There was somebody on here earlier. I was listening to the car the whole way, and I don't know who. Somebody, is this the same group of people that was the whole show?
This is
somebody's audio is crazy low.
It's probably mine.
Was that me? Was that mine?
Yeah, I think it was yours, actually.
Well, I'm sitting away from a cell phone here out of my patio.
Oh, okay, that's probably it. Chris is a little low, but everybody else is sounding pretty good. Let's see.
Well, I'm about to lose you guys because the battery on that particular cell phone is at 10% now. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to say, and I'm going to say goodnight to everybody right now and look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on the FPV workshop. And Art, be prepared to fly and show us how you're doing.
My radio right there. I'll probably charge it up tonight, get it all charged up, and then during the day before Art's place, I'll probably be doing some simulation on the Velocidrone and getting ready for that. But it's about that time, Sean.
All right. Well, listen, I'll see you guys. I'll say goodnight to Chris. Let him go get his dinner. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Sean, take care, buddy.
See you later, man.
Enjoy, Chris.
You bet. Bye-bye. Mike, Steve, Sean, Art, thanks, buddy. Y'all have a good evening, guys. Chat.
Yeah, Chris.
All right. Enjoy that dinner, Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
He's cooking up that ribeye.
Oh.
Yeah, we just went to Texas Roadhouse right before bringing Gina in.
I
returned my steak and got my money back. It's like, I was so bummed.
Oh,
really?
So just blah.
Which one did you go to?
The one close to the airport off I-70.
Oh, okay.
I actually spit my steak out and spit a big wad of bubble gum out. It had so much gristle in it.
Oh,
and stuff that I couldn't chew it up.
Usually they're pretty good.
Usually, but every now and then you get when you can't see that stuff in the steak. Usually, so and by the time they were going to make me a new one, I'd already eaten all the sides and it had time to settle, and then I wasn't hungry anymore. And I was like, you know what, I don't want it. So they knocked it off my price at least. So.
Well, my favorite seafood place is closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seattle Fish Company is closed.
Yeah.
They've been in business for about 40 years, and they're like a namesake here in Denver.
They're closed down forever, or just because of this stuff?
They're done. They're
that sucks.
Oh, that's terrible.
Club next door, the Proof of the Pudding.
Yeah.
Which was a big deal back in the 80s. Now that's gone. So that end of the shopping center, it's vacant now.
Yeah.
So everybody, it is that time. It is time for Toffee Trivia.
There you go.
All right, so we're still on the rock and roll theme, and this is going to be really easy for you guys. And also, I want to make, and Steve Mack, this is my only stipulation. This is only for people in the lower 48 because it gets pretty expensive to even ship this box of almond toffee to Canada. I mean, when I sent that to Steve, $12. Send this little box to his little town in Ontario. So if you live outside the United States, hey, sorry, thanks for playing. But however, stick around for Christmas. I'm going to have an even better candy giveaway, and I'm going to hopefully work out a deal with the Enstrom folks where we could send it anywhere.
You should talk to Hammond's Candy too.
So,
Hammond's Candy is a local. Are these local?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
These are made in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Okay. All right.
They have 2 stores here in Denver, one in Arvada, right here.
Have you been to the Hammond's Candy place before? Off of in Denver somewhere, there's a Hammond's Candy, which is somewhere they do tours. And that's why I'm familiar with them, is because we always brought the kids to see how the candy was made. Just fun for the kids.
Well, and then their other store is in Cherry Creek.
Okay, so they're local. Yeah, so that's awesome.
Got 2 stores here and one in Grand Junction.
All right, let's give somebody some candy.
It's really good. Anyway, the trivia question is, and this is going way back in the early days of rock and roll, and you probably already know this right now.
Keep my mouth closed.
Yes. Okay. Before there was electronic distortion, how did guitarists get that distorted sound? And it's real easy.
Just overmodulation?
No, a little more primitive than that.
Bending the neck of the guitar?
Distortion. You know.
Played the guitar facing the speaker.
That would be feedback.
That'd be feedback. That's not distortion.
I do that a lot.
Whammy bar.
That's different too.
Distortion.
I do know a way to do it if you have a master and main volume without any effects. You can just use those 2 volumes. And I don't want to say anything else. I don't know if that's your answer or not. But
use a 240 amp on 120. Worked with Eddie Van Halen.
No, I mean, once you guys hear how they did it, you're going to be like, what?
Either that or you can
really?
Do amp and amp.
So
raise the volume on the amp.
Nope, that's not it.
There is one way you can use
Jaybird is really close on this.
What do you say?
Jaybird, but you already won, Jaybird. You were the last winner. Yes, you're on the. No, not smashing the guitar on the stage now. No, we're talking about late 40s, early 50s that musicians were doing this.
I can think of 2 ways to pull it off, but I don't know if that's what they did back then. I don't want to say it out loud in case I'm right, because I don't want to am I in the game? Do I get to compete for the candy? You wouldn't even have to pay shipping.
There you go.
Well, that's true.
That's true. That's fair enough.
Well, I got 2 guesses. One would be that we used to do it when I first got into it. We'd have a master volume and a regular volume, and you turn one of them all the way up and one of them very low, and that would make it distorted as hell.
It is.
The second way would be to have 2 amps, where you have one amp.
Electronic.
So you're talking about like an acoustic guitar.
No, it's an electric guitar.
Okay, so then you do one amp playing into another amp, like a microphone.
No.
Use sandpaper on the guitar pick?
No.
No, that wouldn't do it. I can tell you what wouldn't do it, but I guess I can't tell you what would, because the way is that's how we did it in the 80s. This is
Mal. He said no electronics. Turning the gain knob up will distort the sound. Yeah, we know that.
I just said the gain. You leave your gain up and the other one down. Okay, nobody's got it. I'm dying to know.
I'll give you a hint. The Kings did it on one of their. You really got me, but it wasn't a fuzz box. It was not electronic.
Play the speaker through a tube.
No, but it has something to do with the speaker.
Short it out?
No. Many musicians did this to the speakers.
Cut the speaker a little bit?
Oh, you are correct, Mike.
Oh, but I don't want the candy, so someone else can have it.
Alrighty. Pick a winner, and I'll ship this out. And
I know. Think of a number like between 1 and 25, and we'll let the people put it in, and then Sean can just hold up fingers, and if they guess the number, that's a way of giving it away.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I only got 10 fingers, so it's got to be between 1 and 10.
Well, you hold up double-digit hands.
I guess I could do that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Or my toes.
Piece of paper.
Write it down.
Yeah, we got paper.
Why don't you think of a number, Mike, and then just say, once you got a number, just say go.
I've got a number.
All right, so everybody's guessing right now?
All right, everybody, guess a number. Yeah, what they would do is they would
so
take
I'm guessing a number 2.
Pencil to the speaker.
Oh.
Thomas is close.
Eraser.
All right, that's my number. I'm guessing that.
9?
Yep. We got at least one person good with math. And look at the fingers. There's like a black outline. That is trippy. I really got to work on my live studio setup. I was in a hotel last night. It was crazy. I couldn't not do it. When I saw the Mario wall, I was like, I got to go live with the Mario wall behind me.
There you go.
I had to do it.
That was fun.
No, it wasn't a blown speaker, Jody. Nope. They would purposely damage the cone on the speaker by poking it with a pencil or a razor blade.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
Yep.
Bob Casey is real low on the number I'm thinking of, and Tim Jackson is way over.
So we didn't get nobody's guessed the number yet.
Thomas is really close on my number.
Well, if Thomas said 17, I'm going to say 16. 15.
Nope.
I can talk faster than they can type. Hot or cold?
Cold.
18.
Yes.
18. Yeah,
18.
Hey, Sean is the winner.
I saved Art. I swear this was not rigged. I had no idea he was giving away coffee, but not coffee, but toffee. And I would like to thank all the people today that came and helped me and support me to this very moment.
The Droney Awards.
This is going to melt in my car when we go fly, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll throw it in the refrigerator and eat it up when I go
The
home.
last winner is melted, too.
Oh, really? Just through mail?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It was hot, man. Yesterday was so hot up here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm telling you guys, when you come up to the mountains where I live, it was not hot. Like, when I came down here,
Yeah.
take the hat off, rub the hand over the head, and it looked like you jump out of a swimming pool. It was horrible. Yeah. Mountains will not be like that for those who are coming to spin down. Who's coming anyways? Are you coming? Did you get a ticket?
Yeah, I
you
got
coming?
a ticket.
Steve, you coming? Mike, are you trying to come?
No, traveling for me. You know, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in New York State.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a travel. Yeah.
Well, they got Amtrak.
Did you hear about what Elon Musk is trying to build?
No.
Tunnel from LA to New York underneath the ground with a some kind of speed train that could get you there like in an hour or two.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That would be insane.
That would
You'd be going like 1,000 miles per hour or something. It'd be
how
insane.
far underground?
The whole way underground from LA to New York.
I mean, not just.
It'll never happen.
I'm sure it won't, but
it's called earthquakes in California.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, no, California has subways.
Yeah.
They have underground some stuff in some places.
They do have subway systems.
And tunnels, and they got that other tunnel that Elon Musk has already built in California.
That was started back in the 60s, and then they stopped it.
What's that, the earthquakes?
The earthquakes. And then back in the 90s, I mean, if you remember what was the movies with
was he 18 before everyone? So should we send him the candy?
Jaybird already won.
Oh, too bad, Jaybird. It's mine.
Yeah. LOL. Yeah. Jaybird was the last winner. The one with Mel Gibson and Glover, Danny Glover.
Oh,
what were those movies?
Not 48 Hours.
Not Die Hard, but
no.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they did one
those
where
movies as a kid.
They were in
cops.
the subway, and yeah.
You said it's okay. My car is fine in the street.
Lethal Weapon.
Like windows.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
And people don't bust windows out.
79th?
Yeah, that part out on the street. But
are you like right across from the mailbox?
Right by right across.
Okay, good.
I just don't want someone to bust my window out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happen a lot or not over here.
I still have my fishing gear in my car, and they never mess with my car. I just would not leave. And Lethal Weapon, that's right. I would not leave musical equipment in. It seems like every so often I hear about
a drone.
Some dumbass musician. Oh, my guitar and my bass or my amp got stolen because the dummy left his stuff in the car overnight.
Oh,
you see the stuff happening overnight.
That's not good.
It's like,
well, I've got the Mavic Air 2 with me. Have you flown one yet?
Oh no!
I do have it with me.
That's cool.
We'll let you try it out, feel the controller and stuff. What are you going to be flying?
Well, I've got my Mavic Air.
Okay.
Got that all charged up.
Maybe. Why don't we do a video on maybe prop noise or something?
Oh, there we go.
We do something. We come up with something easy. We throw together.
And I've got the GoPro all charged up. I could put it on
Max with me, as you guys
tripod. I could put it on there. And
have probably heard me say before. If you do not own this, you should. This is what I use 90% of the time for almost all of my videos now, from 360 to regular. And I have much better cameras, or in theory, better cameras like Canons and big cameras that should, in theory, work better. But this thing, it's got a mic. Look at it. It's got a mic here, a mic over here, a mic over here, a mic over here.
Wow.
It's got like 6 mics on it.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can get like sound for the 360 stuff. Yeah, there you go.
Get a couple.
The GoPro Max. Excellent. Although if you're a 4K fanatic, you don't want this because it doesn't actually come out in 4K. It's a 1080 camera. You just got to keep that in mind. But the color profile on this is insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like HDR is built into it all the time. It's gorgeous.
I've had the GoPro 3 Plus, Hero 3 Plus.
Oh, this is,
and I'm totally happy with the video on
I'm gonna let you film a little of your video that you make with this, and I'll send you the file from that one.
Cool.
And you can edit it together so that you're using your camera, and then poof, use this for a clip, and then go back to your camera, and you'll see the difference.
We can do that.
That can be
side by side.
No.
I don't
Sean, excuse me, guys. Four-eyed Canine's asking Sean, you giving ArtCo a tattoo in the live stream tonight?
You have to come up to the mountains. Yeah. All my stuff's up there.
Yeah.
But that is something I have considered, and I used to do back in the day, is actually live streams while I tattooed. It's a little hard when it's just me because it's hard for me to look up and read the chat when I'm
Right.
doing them, because I'd have to have somebody else reading the chat
Right.
to be able to communicate with me, because I'm focusing on what I'm doing when I do those. But I have done them in the past, and if enough people are interested, I'd be happy to do them before. Hell, my channel's sort of all over the place anyways, right? Why not?
13K.
I did.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Awesome.
And learn from my mistakes. Learn from what I say, not what I do, because my channel is all over the place. And the more narrow you keep your content, the faster you grow. I know that I grow slow because I split it up, and I do snowboarding in the winter a lot. And then in the summer, I'm doing more drones and stuff. But it's cold flying in the winter up in the mountains. Man.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess you've seen it out when I'm flying before and I don't have gloves on. I'm like just cussing up a storm.
Yeah. And the best part is when he goes waiting for drones in the river.
Yeah.
That was for a GoPro. That was not a drone. Man. And that was that sucked so bad because I had set it up at this real low angle by the water, right? You can see that was really low like this. I had a Joby pod that was bent so it could be real low, and the water was just barely lapping on it. It was like no big deal, whatever. It was just hitting the tripod just a little bit. No, I think that the water, because the day got later in the day, and I walked off to do other stuff. I came back like in an hour. Yep, water level. I came back. The water level was higher. GoPro was gone.
Yeah, that'll happen because if I remember at that time, there was still plenty of snow up in the mountains. And
it's still high. I went and checked like a week ago or so. And it was still too high to see it. It's gone. I'm never going to find that camera.
Well, have you ever followed this YouTuber, The Almighty?
No, but somebody sent me a link to another one that does treasure hunting.
Yeah.
I don't know how to connect to him, but I did leave a comment on one of his videos saying, hey, I lost my GoPro, and put a link to it if you're interested in looking for it.
The Almighty, what he did, he's a scuba diver.
Yeah.
And he goes all over the place looking for GoPros, iPhones.
You'll have to send me his link because those that might be worth his time then.
He's got 10 million subscribers.
Holy crap.
That's how big he is.
Wow.
He's a kid in Georgia.
Yeah, I think Sean learned that from Night Train. A note to self: tie off GoPro with a large object.
Like when you go fishing and you get like the little string with the spike on it, and you can put it through the ring and you put it through the fish. Yeah, there you go, stringer. And you can shove it through the gills of the fish. Just do something like that, wrap that around and shove that into the bank. That would probably work pretty well.
Yeah.
Because not only did I lose GoPro, but I lost a $30 tripod too. So
I'll show you my little gadget that I made to put a GoPro under and I let it go down
into the water. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. I need to do more unique stuff with my GoPros.
Up there where the water's clear.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool to do it up there.
I'm hoping that at Spin Up, someone brings one of those. I think Kelly might do it. One of those little submarines.
We
can put it in the Lake
drone,
Dillon.
Yeah.
If it's long enough of a cable, because it's about 250 feet deep. If he can get deep enough with a light, the old town of Dillon used to be under that lake.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they've removed a lot of the houses, but there's still probably foundations and some human elements in there somewhere.
Railroad tracks.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty crazy, I think.
Yeah.
So hopefully somebody will bring one. Someone will bring.
Yeah, because they've got like a 100-meter cable on the basic model.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Kelly has. He has one. I don't. Yeah, he'd need a 300. Oh, 100. Oh, you're doing the. Thank you, Art. He's converting that. Yeah, he knows I don't know the meters. How'd you know that in your head? Just like that.
Well, because
just multiply times 3.
Is that what it is? Why didn't they teach me that in school?
Well, it's more than 3. It's 39 point some odd inches versus 36 inches. But so if you just average it off, call it a day. Times 3.
Oh, I like this. What Mel put. Use a small brick to hold it.
Put a rock on it or something. I should have done something. I didn't think the water was going to rise. My bad. I messed up. $400 lesson.
Well, that's what you get when you have someone from Texas moving to Colorado. Oh. Yeah. I don't know how I drive in the snow.
Actually, I drive better in the snow than most of the people around. I'll pass them all. Like I got snow tires. It's all this. We put snow tires in my girlfriend's car, which is a front-wheel drive tire car, and I'll pass SUVs in that thing all day long. I was like, get out of the way, wherever you're from. Like, as when you live in it for 3 years, you get used to drive. It's so different up there than it is down here in Denver.
Yeah, it is.
It stays for
back
days.
in my stand-up comedy days, I used to, drive over to Grand Junction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it can get gnarly on those passes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've driven in a day that's 8 inches, and it's literally that thick on the road.
Yeah.
All day, all night, and they're trying to clear it off, but it just keeps coming down. And in the FJ, it's no big deal. It's just right through it.
Yeah, no kidding. You should get through it fairly easy, as long as it's not icy.
And that's where I was going. Is up where I'm at, it doesn't typically get icy because it's always cold. So it's not really melting off enough to turn into ice. Where I bet you down here in Denver, you're going to probably get a lot more ice layers on the road.
We do because certain times in the winter where we'll get that wet, heavy snow.
See, we only get that up there.
Cold.
We don't get the wet, heavy snow except for April or so. That's it. Like 1 or 2 months, we might get that. And if it was like that the whole time with as much snow as we get, I would have lived here for a year and be like, I'm gone. Shoveling that wet, heavy stuff sucks. It sucks bad. So all you East Coast people,
oh boy,
no good.
Yeah.
No good.
So you guys are gonna head out and do my. We're 3 hours ahead of you guys here, so I gotta do some stuff, and you guys have a good time out there.
Okay.
Oops, I'm sorry. All right, I just took the mic right out, or the earpiece.
Microphone.
It's the earpiece.
And you guys enjoy yourself. Hopefully you can get another steak or something.
At least he doesn't get mad like my niece does. She was describing some pearls from the oyster, and she said they were dyed, D-I-E-D. I said, D-Y-E-D? You know what I mean, you smart ass? Oh, and then she said cheap, C-H-E-E-P. I said, I was almost tempted to say, were there chickens in there, little chicks? But yeah, she not up on my kind of snarky humor. She doesn't like that.
Well, I'm gonna head out, guys.
Mike, thanks.
Mike, good to see you, Mike. Take care.
Steve, Sean, good to see you.
Too, man. Take care.
And everybody in the chat, have a good one. And I'll catch you guys later.
Okay.
Have a good one.
All right, bye.
Bye.
And then there were two.
And Sean is my first live guest in studio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
It's a little tight in here, but
it's huge. What are you talking about? It's huge room.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm actually impressed at how well, with the lights you have, how well the green screen is actually working.
Yeah.
Which is a plus to StreamYard for it to be working that well. Because a lot of the times with even in using Final Cut Pro to get the green screen to really work properly, you got to have it lit up really well with no wrinkles, no folds. And
got a light down here.
Yeah.
I got this light and I got that light and then I got the overhead.
Yeah, but you got some folds and shadows in it. Yep. And it's washing them out. Like right here, there's a huge fold. But look, I mean, you can't see it. I'm very impressed with StreamYard's technology and how well
you can adjust that within the StreamYard's broadcast itself.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah. And now with the paid version, you can have up to 10 people on the live stream.
I just don't use it enough. I need to start using it or cancel it. One of the two.
Yeah. Oh, one thing about the purchase version is you could put your own logo or
and then
brand.
I can also do a bunch of brand stuff where I can play videos that I upload.
Background and
I put in a bunch of backgrounds when I first bought it, and I went back to the black background just because it's less distracting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, if you go over to Coast Drones, when they do drone therapy, they do a really nice job on their show. Bill does a good job.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
His 100th episode he had last Wednesday.
Yeah, I was there for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so was Sean.
Yep. I actually called my client and had him come in like an hour early because Bill had said it was his 100th, and he asked if I could come. And I was like, Probably not. And so when the client said he was, I was like, okay, we'll see what I can do. If I can get done in time, I'll jump in. And we got in the last 20 minutes or so, probably.
Cool. Yeah, I was only in for a little while because this week I was working a bunch of 10-hour days and I can't really stay up too late. Plus with the, this hot weather, I kind of want to go to bed early. So
yeah, you said you get up pretty early. So, yeah. Michael's asking us if we know of any good brew pubs in Denver.
Yes, there are several downtown
near Spin Up. So yeah, he can help you with the ones downtown.
Yep.
Up towards Spin Up, there's a few. Breckenridge has more, but they're in Dillon where we're going to be staying. You're probably going to look at like the Dillon Dam Brewery or Red Mountain Grill or something like that, or Pug Ryan's. They make some too, and those are all going to be walking distance from the hotel. So if you want to answer them about Denver, I can't really tell you.
Yeah, downtown Denver has several. Well, there's Breckenridge Brewery, which was owned by our former governor, and who's having a heck of a time with this. Well, we'll talk about that on tomorrow's show.
I have holes in my neck. Asian cases. Something in my thing is giving me holes in my neck. That's funny. Oh. I'm guessing.
Yeah, in fact, even here now in our local area, we've got like 8 microbreweries here just within our local cities here, and 1 distillery, and they're distilling aged whiskey, non-aged whiskey, gin, vodka, and then for the people that like rye whiskeys, they just released a rye whiskey.
Wow. Well, we have one distillery in Denver, that's Stranahan's. They make whiskey there. And there are several distilleries throughout Colorado. There's one that makes moonshine. That's pretty.
Oh, there you go.
That I like.
Yeah, this is all small. They sell it. They sell to a couple of places that sell it for them, but all the ingredients the grains come from their parents' farm in the Midwest. Wow. So they're keeping control out of everything that's going into it, and it's all small batch stuff. They've only got small copper stills that they have in there, and it's all small batch.
Well, not too far from here, we got a great big liquor store that's like where they have everything, and they have a section where we've got wine, beer, whiskey, and spirits that are all made here in Colorado.
Very cool.
And Well,
I know when I was in Ireland, for Tomas being in here, who does not like Guinness, we went in. Our last stop on our trip, we were that. You open up a door and it goes into a pub. Everything that was in there was nothing but microbreweries from around Ireland, and they would emulate other things. Like they would emulate like a Guinness, but it's not Guinness. They would, emulate a lot of other beers. But oh my Lord, we went in there. They said, "Oh, we're closing at 9:00," and it was like, I think either 30 minutes till or 20 minutes till. And I thought, well, we'll get 1 pint down before we go to bed. And then next thing we knew, it was 12:30 a.m. I was going upstairs and the place was still packed from everybody from our bus group that was still in there partying. Someone mentioned Ireland.
I always bring up Foster's on Greg's show and on some of the other, to Aussies, they say, "Oh, Foster's." That's like the Corona beer of Australia. It's
I'm not much of a drinker, so this conversation, I'm just like,
Well, and Sean just had a birthday yesterday.
Yesterday.
The big 5'4". Wow,
Oh, no,
you're almost
4'7". What the
you're
5'4"?
almost
No.
50.
4'7". Come on, guys. That's all.
Oh,
I don't need to speed it up.
wow. 50.
I knew that there's a reason I liked you, Sean. Mine's coming up in a few days.
Nice. Cancer, fellow Cancer.
Yep.
Yep, mine is next January. And
All
I'll
right.
be the big 6'1". You know.
I
Yeah.
passed that a long time ago.
Yeah. Those the 6 numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel that. I feel like I should be 40. Like mentally and where I'm at in life, I feel like this is where I should have been at 40.
Right.
Like I'm a late bloomer for sure.
Well, as the old saying goes, you're another day older, and you're only as old as you're going to make yourself feel. So
But
you
mentally,
can.
I don't feel old at all. Like, but back issues and other things that are happening from injuries I've had are starting to make me feel older than my body.
Yeah, those old injuries do come back to haunt you as you do get older.
Yeah, I remember the parents saying, "You're gonna feel this stuff when you get older."
Yeah.
Like, give me my skateboard. I'm going out. And I come back bleeding and all broken all the time. And
Oh man, I was a big skateboarder
Yeah.
back in the 70s.
oh, nice.
Yeah, and my favorite wheels were Kryptonics.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have bullet
ACS
66.
trucks. Yep.
Independent and gold ones were my favorite trucks.
And Hobie boards.
Okay, I remember Hobie.
Yeah,
They made
I
surfboard
like
stuff
the
too.
fiberglass one.
Because in the 70s, it was such a different animal than in the
Yeah.
80s. It was fiberglass boards, long boards mostly, or real skinny boards.
Yep.
It's more like a version of what they do with long boards, but different. Back
Yeah.
then, it was more for cruising and
Mhm.
mimicking surfing.
Yep.
And then the 80s is when the revolution came and changed it, all the tricks and concaves and crazy graphics, and that all went to wood decks.
Yeah. Oh, we had the cheapy little tiny plastic skateboards with the
Yeah.
old
My
drop
first skateboard
bearings
was one of
on
those.
it.
Yeah,
and-
I had one of those too.
Oh man. Well, my first skateboard that I had, and it was just a little 19 inches long, and riding around on that, got my knuckles and elbows skinned up, and got this scar from that. And,
Speaking of skateboards, I'm going to be ordering a new electric skateboard here for my birthday this next week.
awesome.
Yeah, I went and
Cool.
stopped at this all-electric place on the south side of Denver and took a look at it first. And it's in the video somewhere. I got the one wheel too. I messed with that. Have you seen those? There's one giant wheel and you just bounce on it.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I've seen those.
So I got to play
see
with
the
that.
ads on YouTube.
I
all the
wasn't
time.
very good at it. Let's just
Yeah,
put it that way.
that looks
It
like
takes a little
that
practice.
takes some practice and some.
Are you
skill.
talking about the one-wheel boards?
Yeah.
Oh, or
I'm going to actually buy one of the Evolve off-road boards so I can ride
Oh, yeah.
all the trails up in
Okay.
the mountains. That
It's
should be
like a
pretty dope.
regular skateboard
It's
with
re-
like
it's like-
off-road.
It's like this
wheels.
tall. It's like what is that, like 3.5 feet tall or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big board. But
Mhm.
yeah, so they sent me a discount code. They won't give me a free one for reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
They're a $2,000 skateboard, so they sent me a pretty big discount code. So which is cool because that's the one I wanted.
Well, we know what Sean did with this PPP money.
I got to put it back into the population.
Yeah.
that's right. He's reinvesting. He's reinvesting back in the economy.
Well,
Well,
Everything else
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying.
have to let you go or give you a cutback on your pay.
she's on. I know she's not listening. Oh, you want to get flying? Because I still got an hour
Yeah, all
drive
right,
to go.
Yeah, we're about ready to shut her down here. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming in. Gary, Brant Ariels, Tomas, Before I Canine, Steve Carpenter, Fly High Ireland, Michael Wright, and all you guys, thank you for stopping in. Agent K, Newfound Drone Production, JDS, Dennis Lovelady, Mike Roach, and Chris Hope, and Mitch. Thank you for coming in and putting up with this two-man crew for a little while. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you had me, man.
Yeah, it turned
I
out
wasn't sure. I thought you might be done by the time I got here, but I drove fast, man.
and Night Train, Mike, thanks for coming in. Don't forget the tip jar if you want to throw a couple bucks in, you know. That's it. So thank you very much for coming in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great
Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
All right. Bye-bye.